Yabaraka,
Yabaraka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Wayashamarka,
Yahweh
Ya'ar,
Yahar,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Panyaka,
Panika,
Alyaka,
Ayuka,
Wayakanka,
Ayakanka,
Yasha,
Yasha,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Panyaka,
Panika,
Alyaka,
Ayuka,
Wayasham,
Wayasham,
Laka,
Laka,
Shalom,
Shalom,
the water Aman.
Water,
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
Alright, GMS Louisiana Saints, the Lafayette branch, coming back at you with another live lesson. Before we go any further, we're going to face the east and give infinite honors and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, and Pakwadash. Double honors to our teachers, the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, rule well and are worthy of the double honors. Doing these lessons in time. Alright, once again, peace and blessings to you. I can mission the truth across the board. Can you hear? What about now, Akim? Can you tell us if we're good? Are we good on the audio, Akim? How are we on the volume? We good? Can you hear us, Akim? Are we good on the audio? We good on the audio?
A little bit.
Can you, Akim, hear us?
Yeah, we good now.
All right, let's get into it. So as in the title of the lesson, Akim, all right, and then in Mao, he said sound is okay. Okay, the water. All right. So as in the title of the lesson, and then in Mao, we found no guile, man. We're just going to get into it, starting in Revelation, the 14th chapter. Lord willing, this message be edifying. You got it, brother.
All right, this is Revelation chapter 14, verse 1. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having the Father's name written in their foreheads.
One more time, brother Bubba, for sure.
All right, this is Revelation chapter 14, verse 1. And the Lord, and I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount of Zion, and with him 144,000.
That's right, man. And that lamb is Yahushua, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, man. It tells you in Revelation, the 5th chapter, all right, that no man, all right, in the heaven and the earth was worthy enough to open that seal to that book, except Yahushua, man, that lamb that had been slain, all right? But through Yahushua, we have the proper 100% doctrine, man. All right, this wisdom, this knowledge, this understanding. All right, with that testimony, like we quoted Revelation 19 and 10. All right, I'm gonna just back you up. Could you read it one more time, Baba Bashar?
All right, this is Revelation chapter 14, verse 1. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having the Father's name written in their foreheads.
Having the Father's name written in their foreheads. Could you grab me Ezekiel 9 and 4?
I already had it on deck.
Okay, you got it. And I'll read this real quick. This is Revelation chapter 7, verse 1. And after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. That's right, man. Those winds that are being held back is the destruction of America, man. All right? These different plagues, these pestilence, and ultimately that thermonuclear heat, man. All right? That's going to come off those ICBMs, man. That's going to ultimately give America, okay, this nuclear cleanse, man. All right? Because as we know, fire is a great cleansing agent, man. Okay? So it says, and I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power, and he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, going into people. All right, that's symbolic, all right, for people, a nation of people, speaking of the Israelites, man, you so-called Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes, man. All right, so it says, saying, hurt not the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. Not the children of Moab, not the children of Japheth, all right, Ammon, okay, Ishmael, the children of Israel, man. All right? You got it, brother.
All right, this is Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4. And it says, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the forehead of the man that sighed and that cried for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. All right, so set a mark, set up Shalakia, set a tithe, set a stamp, you know, a stamp of what? Exemption, all right, of those who what? Have the name of the Lord, man, as the brother was reading in that precept, man. All right, and it also goes into, you know, a part of that name is having the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, the correct breakdowns, knowing you are Israelite, knowing you are enemy, knowing who your enemy is, knowing what you are and what you aren't supposed to be doing. All right, all of these things, all right, are the stamp that exempts you from the judgment of Yahweh Shemi Yahushua.
Gotcha.
All right.
This is Ezekiel 9 and 4 in the NLT, and I just want to grab a precept just to back it up. Because the Lord has, wherever the Lord has scattered us, all right, across the 4 corners, all right, he's going to gather us, okay? This is Ezekiel 9 and 4 in the NLT. It says, he said to him, walk through the streets of Jerusalem, and we know Jerusalem is a people before a place, so wherever the Lord's people are scattered, that's where the Lord is, man, all right? So it says, and go through the streets of Jerusalem and put a tab on the foreheads of all who weep and sigh because of the detestable sins being committed in their city. In their city, you see? In their particular city, man, because you have us scattered across the 4 corners, man. All right? Scattered across America. All right? Scattered across the world, across the earth, man. But ultimately, the Lord said this. This is Ezekiel chapter 11, verse 16. Therefore say, thus said the Lord Yahweh. It's in all caps, Yahweh. It says, although I have cast them far off from among the heathen, and although I have scattered them among the countries, yet will I be to them as a little sanctuary in the countries where they shall be.
That's right, and that's for the elect, man. All right, that little sanctuary, that safe haven. All right, the spiritual checkpoints, if you will, those are for the elect, man. All right, for those who get for those who can understand the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. But those that are disobedient, you know, they have the step of judgment, and also have the definition for that word stamp. All right.
Strong's page 8420. Tav.
It says tav. It says a stamp. All right. It says of exemption from judgment. All right. So that's what it is. It's basically a stamp or a signature. All right. Of those who the Lord holds dear to Himself and that are going to escape Jacob's trouble, man. All right.
That's it. You can go back.
This is back in Revelations. Back in Revelation chapter 14 and 2. It says, and I heard a voice from heaven as the voice of many waters and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps.
One more time.
And I heard the voice from heaven as the voice of many waters and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps.
That's right, man. It's the book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 13. It says, and in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with a golden girdle. His hand and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were like a flame of fire. And this is the description of whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, man, which is that voice of many waters. So it says, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if it were burned in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters.
That's right. So that's talking about Yahweh Shai, man. All right. Yahweh Shai and him returning in his great glory. All right. You got it.
You go back to Revelation. Continue.
All right. This is Revelation chapter 14 and 3. And it says, and they sung as it were a new song before the throne and before the 4 beasts and the elders, and no man could learn that song but the 144,000.
One more time, brother.
This is Revelation chapter 14, verse 3. And they sung as it were a new song.
A new song, because that new song is ultimately that old song, man. All right, because as the apostles always go into it, the Old Testament slides right into the New Testament, man. All right, so the new song that we're singing, which is this gospel, these prophecies, these oracles, the gift that is within thee, all right, of these famines, these pestilence, these plagues, these world events, okay, what you would call geopolitics, man, okay, that we speak of, these things, all right, are of old time, man. Like the scriptures tell you, as there's nothing new under the sun, man. These kingdoms have come back. Our souls have been reincarnated back for this great judgment, man, upon the earth. All right? And as the brother read, there's 2 sides to it. You got the Ezekiel 9 and 4, and you got the Revelation 13 and 16. Yeah. And the main distinguishing between them is you got the elect whom in their mouths will be found no guile. Yeah. The other side, your mouths will be found with guile, with deceit, man, with craftiness, man. And that's why you're going to be judged by that thermonuclear heat. You got it, brother.
This is Matthew 11 and 16, and it says, but whereunto shall I like this generation? It is like unto children sitting in the markets and calling unto their fellows. And our fellows is the elect. We call unto our fellow Israelites. All right, predominantly the 144,000. And it says, in saying, we have piped unto you, and you have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and we have not lamented. So that's that song that we're preaching, which is this truth, this word. We're going on out in the highways and the byways, and calling in and ushering in the elect to come back to the truth.
Yep, come back to this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right, don't take the charagma. All right, that's the main prophecy that's about to unfold on the planet Earth. And you have those that are warning against it, man. And you have those that are ultimately they're in vote of it, man. They're for it. All right, they're for the continuance of this beast system, man.
Yeah.
All right, and you have those like a good movie has its roles, right? A good movie has a hero, a villain. Our hero is Yahweh Shai, man. Faithful and true. The scriptures quote him as faithful and true, man. The Lord is not going to make a promise and then return on it void, man. This system will, though. This system will. This is Exodus 15 and 1. All right? And this is that old song, which is ultimately the new song. Because this hasn't happened yet. Ultimately, the Lord delivered us out of ancient Egypt, but now we have to be delivered out of spiritual Egypt. All right? This is Exodus 15 and 1. Then sang Moses, right? Because it's the new song, right? Which is the old song. Then sang Moses and the children of Israel this song unto the Lord, Yahweh, and spake, saying, I will sing unto the Lord, for he had triumphed gloriously. The horse and the rider had he thrown into the sea, man. And we're singing that same song unto the Lord, man. And we're going to be singing it when we're getting delivered, man. The water Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, the horse, the powers of these earths. Horse going into powers. The powers of these earths have been thrown into the sea, that lake of fire, man. All right? That ultimate sea, man. Okay? Start with Esau, Edom. But it says, the Lord is my strength and song. That song again. We got to get that word song, brother. Get that word song in Exodus 15 and 2. We're going to find out what a song is, all right? It says, the Lord Yahweh is my strength and song, and he is become my salvation. And has that happened yet? The Lord hasn't actually manifested in his angelic attire yet, man. All right? So that we could say these words, okay? He ultimately did it in ancient Egypt, but it has to be fulfilled in spiritual Egypt, which is America, man. All right? But it said the house of bondage. But it says, he is my power, and I will prepare him an habitation, my father's power, and I will exalt him. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. And we're telling the people that synonymously today. The Lord is a man of war. All right? Wars and rumors of wars. Earthquakes in diverse places, man. False teachers arising. False prophets. All these things are according to scriptures, man. Not a jot, not a tittle in the law until all these things come to pass, man. Then we'll look up and then say, the Lord has brought us salvation, man. That's going to happen in these times, Akim. Lord willing, we be at that number. You got it, brother.
God. And this is the definition for that word, song. All right.
Strong's H 2176.
Zimroth. And it says song of praise, song, music, melody. So this truth that we're speaking, it's in a melody, like it's a frequency.
Yeah.
You know, it's a frequency.
I piped unto them,
Yeah.
but they have not danced.
Yes.
It's a vibration.
Yes, a vibration
Right,
that you can only pick up through the spirit and power Yahweh Shem Yahushua, which he has to give to you. And that's the reason why we all on the highways and the byways, so that way when we're preaching on that vibration, whoever listens, whoever's meant for it to get to, then they'll get to it. And they'll come in the fold. You know? We're playing music in the streets, literally.
Yeah.
All right.
This is the last verse. It says, Exodus 15 and 4, Pharaoh's chariots, and you can liken Pharaoh onto the modern day Edomites. All right? Onto this society, man. The rulers, okay? Because as it's written in Revelations, on his head, Yahweh Shai is going to come back wearing many crowns, man. Meaning he's going to take down these other nations, starting with Esau, Edom, and all these other nations that are round about trying to shoot their darts at the Lord, man, and his angels, and his arsenal. All right? All right, and it says, Pharaoh's chariots and his host hath he cast into the sea. His chosen captains plural, his chosen captains also are drowned in the Red Sea. And notice they were drowned in the Red Sea. Red, right? The Red Sea. The Lord is humorous, man. There's about to be another Red Sea, man. Because that red devil is about to be destroyed, man. Esau, Edom. All right? The Lord is going to flood this place, all right, with that nuclear fire and the angelic forces coming off of those chariots, man. That fathership from Yahushua, man. As it is written, 2nd Esdras, the 13th chapter. Out of his mouth came sparks, tempest, all right? So the Lord's not playing around, man. He's not gonna meet you as a man. You got it, brother. Keep going.
All right, this is Revelations chapter 14, verse 4. And it says, "These are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb wheresoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto Yahweh and to the Lamb."
One more time, brother.
All right, this is Revelations 14 and 4. It says, and they are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb wheresoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto Yahweh and to the Lamb.
That's right. And that's talking about the elect out of the house of Israel, man. The Lord likens us onto this. This is Jeremiah 6 and 2. I have likened the daughter of Zion, and as we spoke of earlier, Jerusalem is a people before it's in place. It says, I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman. So the nation of Israel, all right, specifically the elect, we're the Lord's bride. We're the Lord's woman, all right? It's symbolic, okay? And how you deal with a woman, okay, is how the Lord has dealt with the nation of Israel, man. But we've been unfaithful to the Lord, man, all right? We've turned our back unto the Lord, man, okay? But as the scriptures, as it is written, in a place where I've said they are not my people, there shall they say, all right, they're the children of the Most High, man. That's in America. That's across the four corners. We see this word going out in different nations, peoples, and tongues, and it's fulfilling prophecy, man. Could you read Revelation 14 and 4 one more time, brother?
This is Revelation 14 and 4. And it says, these are they which were not defiled with women.
Right. Not literal women. Women going into philosophies, doctrines, dogmas.
Yep.
Being that of what? Oh, the MOTB, the charagma is sin. That's a dogma. All right? Everyone could be saved in the kingdom of heaven.
Yep.
That's a dogma. Okay? That's not scriptural. That's not biblical. All right? That's what it means when it says in our mouth was found no guile, which we're going to get into. All right? This is Proverbs 2 and 16. It says, to deliver thee from the strange woman, even from the stranger which flattereth her words, man. All right? And the philosophies of this world, this westernized world, it's flattering with words, man. It's appealing to you. It's appealing to your flesh. It's appealing to carnality, what you want to feel. And what separates the elect from being caught up in that whirlwind of destruction is, all right, we have sound doctrine, all right? Isaiah 33 and 6, wisdom, knowledge, and stability, man. We have this to stand on. The rest of the world is going to stand on nothing, on tumbleweed, man, which is ultimately nothing, man, on vanity. And that's what's going to lead them to taking the charagma, man, all right? We preach sound doctrine, telling our people and warning them of these things, man. It's in your face. And then when you go into these comments, you're looking in the comment boards and you start scrolling, all right? These other nations, they're hip. They know what's going on, all right? They know that this charagma is about to be fully implemented. They know that the CBDC, all right, is about to be globally implemented, man. But it's our people who are just polluting the doctrine and neglecting the fact that these things are real, man. But the Lord is going to step in and ultimately show you, man, and separate us, all right? But it says, which forsaketh the God of her youth, and forgetteth the covenant of her power. For her house inclineth unto death, and her paths unto the dead. And ultimately, that great death is going to be that nuclear fire, man. And if you follow the ways of this world, you're going to incline onto death, man. All right? You got it, brother. Go ahead.
Yeah. I was just going to say, man, you know, like the brother said, those strange women are just the philosophies of this world. Predominantly, what Esau did was, like, he used his, Christianity, man. All right, his Roman Catholic Church, man, to deceive the whole world, man.
Serapis Christus.
Yeah, coming in that smooth, that soft talk. Yep. Oh yeah, man, look, we coming here to, be peaceful and grow and build with you, and he deceived many nations with that vibration, man.
Got you one, brother. Got you one. All right. And ultimately, this is what it means when it goes into that no guile. All right. Esau, when you get this word, this sound doctrine, right? You don't vomit it back up. It's good. It nourishes you. It puts you in good health. Esau Edom's philosophies, you take them in, you just vomit them all up, man. You just regurgitate.
Oh, you died.
Yeah.
Food poison.
I got you one.
Die.
This is Proverbs 23, and I'm going to start at 6. Eat thou not the bread of him that had an evil eye, neither desire thou his dainty meats. For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Eat and drink, said he to thee, but his heart is not with thee. The morsel which thou hast eaten shall thou vomit up and lose thy sweet words.
Man, that's a beautiful description.
Man.
Yeah, man. So basically, the philosophies that he pushed, the different doctrines that he pushed, ultimately you're gonna get food poison, man. You're either gonna throw it up, all right, and it's not gonna be beneficial to you. You're not gonna get any nutrition. You ain't gonna get any benefit from it because what? It's not the rivers of living water. It's not the scriptures, all right. Or you're gonna die from the food poisoning, which is ultimately the culture of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, hate thy brother, killing each other, selling each other drugs, so forth and so on, man. All right. So yeah, man, don't eat of this man's meats, man. All right, we eating at the table what? How about Shemi Awashana? All right, which is this word. All right, but
yeah, I got a quick one. All right. This is the book of Titus, chapter 3. Started. Bear with me. This is Titus chapter 3, verse 12. It says, when I shall send Artemis unto thee, or Tychicus, be diligent to come unto me to Nicopolis, for I have determined there to winter. Bring Zenas the lawyer and Apollos on their journey diligently, that nothing be wanting unto them. And let ours also learn to maintain good works for necessary uses, that they be not unfruitful. So how can we be virgins, actual virgins, right? When it's saying not to be unfruitful right here, man. Right. So we ought to be fruitful, man, with this product that we have been given through the Holy Scriptures, man. It's talking about the philosophies of this world, man. We're not defiled with women, man, with the dogmas of the society. You got it, brother.
Yeah. Like you said, man, we're married unto what? How we shall, man. All right, we're not going around sleeping with other women, which is these other philosophies. All right, which makes us undefiled, man. All right.
Ooh, I got you beautiful. You got it. This is Proverbs 5 and 3. For the lips of a strange woman drop as an honeycomb, and her mouth is smoother than oil. Her mouth is smoother than oil, but her end is bitter as wormwood.
That's right. So yeah, man, her mouth is smoother than oil, man. All right, yeah, look, man, you don't gotta do that. You ain't gotta follow the Lord, man. You can do what you want to do.
Right.
You can follow your flesh. You can follow your pleasures, man. You can do all you want. You can do all you want to do. Look at this earth, man. You got all kind of things, man. Everybody doing is thou wilt, man. All right, that's that smooth oil, man. All right, but what he said, Brother Bishop?
But her end is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword.
That's right, man. Sharp. Hey, it's gonna rot you out, man. All right, it's gonna rot you out. It's gonna kill you, man.
That's right.
All right, because you ain't gonna know how to. This one thing about the truth, it teaches you how to enforce balance in things and not overindulge. All right, and that's what the world promotes, man. Overindulging in lust, different things, man. You gotta balance yourself out. Like they say in the world, they say what? They say too much of anything is not good for you.
That's right.
So if you dwelling so much in the flesh, it can't be good for you, man.
Yeah. Right. It says as bitter as wormwood, because ultimately you're going to be caught up in the nuclear fire, right? And that's what separates the elect as well, because it says they weren't defiled with women. Because if you're defiled, you're going to teach a defiled doctrine. You're going to pollute the doctrine. You're going to pollute the word. And you're going to be defiled likewise, all right? If you're undefiled, then that means you're going to teach the 100% truth. You're going to teach everything, the correct doctrine, the correct breakdowns, man. All right, in order to warn the people and be saved from this. It says her feet go down to death. It says her feet go down to death, talking about that woman. Her steps take hold onto hell, onto slavery, man. It says, lest thou should ponder the path of life, her ways are movable that thou canst not know them. That's right, man. Endless. And that pit that you're gonna fall in, that snare, is ultimately taking that charagma, man. If you trust in that woman, that strange woman, man. Notice it calls that woman strange. Not strange. You got it, buddy.
I just got something backing you up. This is 2 Ezra chapter 15 and 3. It says, fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee.
That's right.
So it doesn't matter if you don't believe or not, man. All right? The words of these scriptures and prophecies are going to take place, man.
Romans 3 and 3.
Regardless. Yeah, Romans 3 and 3. That's right.
You got it.
All right, back to Revelation.
Yeah.
All right. This is Revelation chapter 14 and 5. It says, in their mouth was found no guile, and they are without faith before the throne of Yahweh.
That's right. One more time, brother.
This is Revelation 14 and 5. And in their mouth was found no guile, for they are without fault before the throne of Yahweh.
That's right, brother. Because it says no guile, man, meaning no deceit, no craftiness, no deception, man. Teaching 100% truth. No guile in their mouth, man. Get that word guile, Baba Kushar, brother? And I'm going to just back you up with this, all right? This is Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 13. It says, the remnant of Israel shall not do iniquity nor speak lies. No guile was found in their mouth, man. The remnant going into the elect. We're not going to pollute the doctrine, man. We're not going to defile the doctrine, all right? We're not going to have any guile found in our mouth. Okay, we're not going to speak any lies. We're going to tell you the charagma, all right, is about to be implemented through this CBDC system. We're going to lay it all out for you, man. Like the Lord says, make it plain upon the tables, man.
All right, this is the definition of guile. Remiyah. All right, and it says lackness, slackness, slacking. But this is the main point. Deceit. All right, treachery. All right.
That's right.
All
Deceit, man. All right, and as it says, Zephaniah 3 and 13, you can break it down now. It says, the remnant of Israel shall not do iniquity, nor speak lies, neither shall a deceitful tongue be found in their mouth, for they shall feed and lie down, and none shall make them afraid. Zephaniah 3 and 13, the remnant of Israel shall not do iniquity, nor speak lies, neither shall a deceitful tongue be found in their mouth, for they shall feed and lie down, and none shall make them afraid.
That's right, man. So the elect, man, they're going to teach the 100% truth. They're going to teach the right doctrine, all right, to the hopeful elect that they're listening to the word, man. All right, they're going to teach them 100% truth. All right.
Feed the flock.
Yeah, they're going to feed the flock, man. And it doesn't mean that, we can't tell you, like Brother was saying, we can't tell you the rate of fire or the rate of air, or we can't, doesn't mean that we don't have telekinesis or being able to speak, telepathically. That's not what it means. It just means that we have the word, of Yahweh Shem Yahushai to give you salvation, man. Right?
That's right, brother. I got this one real quick. This is 2 Corinthians 12 and 15. It says, and this is Apostle Paul, it says, and I will very gladly be spent for you. Though the more abundantly I love you, the less I be loved. But be it so, I did not burden you. Nevertheless, being crafty, I caught you with guile. And this is what you call righteous guile. All right? The Apostle Paul, like I said, he brought it out. He said, to the weak I become weak, man. So in order to gain you, all right, I get you with righteous guile, man. Meaning what? If you got something you got in common with me, I'll get down on your level, man. I'll get that common ground with you, man, in order to gain you in the Lord, man. All right, not deceive you onto taking the charagma. But you got it, brother. Go ahead.
I can continue.
Yep, you got it.
All right, this is verse 6. And I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach unto them that dwell on the earth, and to every mountain, to every nation, and kindred, and tongue, and people.
Right.
About the elect.
Right, and that's the everlasting gospel that the elect preach, but that gospel is preached with no guile, man. All right. Could you get that word guile on the online etymology? And I just want to bring this out too for you. You got it. This is Psalms 32:1. It says, a psalm of David, my child. It says, blessed is he whose transgression is forgiven, whose sin is covered, man. Ultimately, those that transgression have been forgiven and sin has been covered is the elect, man, of the house of Israel. All right, so it says, blessed is thee. It says, blessed is the man unto whom the Lord Yahweh imputed not iniquity, and in whose spirit there is no guile, man. So the Lord put no guile in our spirits from the beginning, man. The Lord put our spirits from the beginning. He made us upright, man. He made us just. He made no guile in our mouths from the beginning. So in these last seconds of time, the men of the Lord are coming back again, but you can separate us by the truth, man. The truth is going to ultimately separate us, man. All right, like it says right here. Let me get it real quick.
I got the blue letter.
You got
it. The etymology.
Bring it up.
All right, this is the online etymology of guile. It says deceit. It says fraud, trickery.
Beautiful.
Right? Yep. Let's see. But that's the main definitions for that.
Fraud, man.
Yep.
And that's Esau Edom all day, man. And that's this image, this charagma that he's pushing. Yeah. All right? It's fraud. It's fraudulent. And we're warning the people and saying, hey, when you go on and go ahead and insert this inside of your body, you're going to be made fraudulent. You're going to be made nothing. Vanity. Go ahead, brother.
We as well saying that to the people that are calling themselves Israelites as well. We're telling them, like, hey, man, like, what are you doing? Like, you're leading our people to the slaughter, man. We cause them to error. Now, whether that be by you taking a curse or getting any type of benefits on this side, man, you need to stop that, because that blood is going to be upon your hands. You know?
Got you. It's Jeremiah 23:1. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, said the Lord. Therefore, thus said the Lord, Yahweh of Israel, against the pastors that feed my people. Ye have scattered my flock and driven them away, and have not visited them. Right, man. You driven them away. Misinformation. All right. Not bringing out the 100% truth, man. Trying to take away from the doctrine. The scriptures say, woe to you, man. And then you have not visited them. You just doing it for likes, man. You doing it for clout. You doing it for filthy lucre, man. You don't care. You don't care if they're deceived. You don't care if they go and take the charagma. All right. You just doing it for likes and views, man. Hearts on YouTube, man. Filthy lucre's sake, man.
I think it says godly again. I forgot what it is. Let me see if I can find it.
It says, behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doings, said the Lord. That's right, man. Your doings are evil, man, and deceitful, man. It's an evil doing not to warn your people about the chance to be delivered or cast into a lake of fire, man. The main prophecy that entails these things, man. Misinforming them, leading them astray, man. All because of your self-image that you want to portray in the society. Being a Judas goat, man. Leading the people down the drain to get slaughtered, and you going back up. Right. Back up to your house, back in your neighborhoods with the white picket fences, man. The Lord says, woe to you, man. You got it, brother.
And it says, verse 6.
You can just tell them where you at.
All right, this is Revelation 14:6. And I saw another angel flying in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach unto them that dwell on the earth, and to every nation and kindred and tongue and people.
To every what?
To every nation and kindred and tongue and people.
That's right, man. That's talking about nations, kindreds, tongues, and peoples of Israelites, man.
That's right.
This is Revelation chapter 5, verse 9. I want you to get that word kindred. It says, Revelation 5 and 9, going back into that new song again, right? As we open up Revelation 14, right? It says, and they sung a new song, saying, thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof, for thou wast slain. Speaking of Yahushua, man, that lamb that had been slain, man. But ultimately, through being slain and through laying down his blood for the remission of the sins of Israel, he was given that preeminence, man. All right? He was given that authority, that rank over the elect, man. And it's rightfully so. It says, for thou wast slain and hast redeemed us to the Most High by thy blood out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation, and has made us unto our power kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth, man. Kings and priests of Israelites, man. You so-called Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes, man. All right? Those are the chosen people of the Most High, man. Those are the kings and priests of the Most High. Those are the 144,000, man. Revelation, the 7th chapter, man. You got it, brother.
Yeah, like the brother was saying, those are speaking about Israelites, because the scriptures say that what? Israel would be scattered throughout all these kindreds, all these lands and different nations and tongues and so forth and so on, man. All right, so that's how we know indefinitely that it's speaking about Israel, man. All right, because a Christian would use that scripture and say, look right there, it's speaking about everybody. No, it's speaking about Israelites, man. All right, we're pretending the promise to, man. All right.
Hey, could you make that last point again? I got you. Appreciate it.
Fine. All right, going back into the kindreds. All right, what it says? It said many kindreds. All right, tongues and languages that Israel will be scattered. Roughly paraphrasing.
Right.
All right, those are speaking about Israelites that were scattered. All right, during the time of 70 A.D. and they scattered to what? North, south, east, and west, but most predominantly the west coast of Africa. All right. And Israel was scattered throughout what? All nations of people. Yeah, right.
This is the book of Revelation chapter 7, verse 9. And just hold that word kindred, we're going to still bring it out. It says, after this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude, which no man could number. That's what Ezra saw. It said, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and psalms in their hands. And it tells you, if you read up the last 8 verses of this 7th chapter, it lists 12,000 from this tribe, 12,000 from that tribe. Tribes of where? Of Israelites, man. So how could, when it says all nations, kindreds, and people and tongues, how could that be talking about other nations, man? When it just clearly listed 12,000 from Judah, 12,000 from Benjamin, 12,000 from Levi, man, so on and so forth, man. But this is Ezekiel chapter 36, and I'm going to start at the book of Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 24, and it reads, I'm going to start at 23. And I will sanctify my great name, which was profaned among the heathen, which ye have profaned in the midst of them, and the heathen shall know that I am the Lord, said the Lord Yahweh, when I shall be sanctified in you before their eyes. And how is the Lord doing that? He's waking us up from across the 4 corners, man. He's sanctifying us in the eyes of these heathen, from amongst them, man, where we've been scattered. But it says, for I will take you from among the heathen. I will take you from among the heathen and gather you out of all countries and will bring you into your own land.
That's right. That's the one I was thinking of too.
God, you got it, brother.
The Lord said he was going to bring us into all different types of nations and tongues of people because of our disobedience, man. You know, like that scripture says, well, we're going to discontinue from our heritage.
Right, Jeremiah 17 and 4.
And then ultimately, you know, start to worship their gods and their idols and their philosophies and traditions and so forth and so on, man. All right, but I got that word kindred right here.
You got it.
It says a nation of people. Ooh. All right. right? A tribe, all right? It
12
says,
tribes of Israel. You got it.
it says in the New Testament, all the persons describing from one of the 12 sons of the patriarch Jacob.
One more time.
It says in the New Testament.
In the New Testament, which we know, Revelation 19 and 10, the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy. When you go into that word prophecy, it says the utterance of the Old Testament and New Testament. Yahushua quotes, "Think not that I have come to destroy the law. I have come to fulfill. Fulfill it how? Through him, man. Through great faith to Yahushua, man. That's how we're going to be saved." Go ahead.
It says in the New Testament, all the persons descending from one of the 12 sons of the patriarch Jacob.
And Lord willing, that's us, man.
That's who the promise was given to, man.
That's right. Go ahead, brother.
That's plain and simple. What's so hard to understand about that, man?
That's right, brother.
All right, I got a precept.
Go ahead.
All right, this is Judah 16 and 17. It says, "Woe to the nations that rise up against my kindred, my tribe." All those people that, had us into slavery, all right, had us in bondage, paying taxes and working slave labor, so forth and so on. This is what the Lord says. The Lord Almighty will take vengeance of them in the day of judgment, and put in fire and worms in their flesh, and they shall fill them and weep forever. Ooh. So wait a minute. If all nations are equal, then why the Lord is doing this?
You gotta read that again, brother. That's heavy, y'all.
God.
Because we read earlier, we said the decline of that strange woman following after her is wormwood, which is going into that nuclear fire, man. Yeah. All right, go ahead. Go ahead, brother. Mm-hmm.
This is Judah 16 and 17. "Woe to the nations that rise up against my kindred," the 12 tribes of Israel. It says the Lord Almighty will take vengeance of them in the day of judgment, and put in fire and worms in their flesh, and they shall fill them and weep forever. That's right. So that's the judgment that the Lord's going to inflict, all right, on all these nations for what they've done to the nation of Israel, man.
That's right.
All right. Back in Revelations.
Yeah. Go ahead.
This is Revelation chapter 14 and 7. It says, saying with a loud voice, "Fear Yahweh and give glory to him, for the honor of his judgment is come, and worship him that made heaven and earth and the sea and the foundations of waters."
One more time, brother.
God. This is Revelation chapter 14 and 7. It says, saying with a loud voice, "Fear Yahweh and give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment is come, and worship him that made heaven and earth and the sea and the foundations of waters."
Right, it says, "Fear the Lord and give glory to him," right? Because as it is written, the Lord won't give his glory to another, man. These other nations, they're not going to get the Lord's glory, man. All right? This is Isaiah 42 and 8. "I am the Lord Yahweh. That is my name. And my glory will I not give to another. Neither will my praise to graven images." And this charagma is a graven image, man. All right? It's literally that, like we go into that word karax, man. Cut. All right? So Esau wants to be intimate with you, man. All right? We're the Most High's bride. We're intimate with the Most High, man. The Most High is intimate with us through this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. He's not going to give his glory to another, neither his woman, Israel. All right? It says, "Behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them." And here's the point. "Sing unto the Lord a new song." That new song again. "And his praise from the end of the earth. Ye that go down to the sea, and all that is therein, the isles and the inhabitants thereof." You see, man? Sing unto the Lord that new song, man. Which is this gospel. Which is going to go into that song and the lyrics in it when the brother go back in that Revelation 14. You had a precept, you got it.
You want me to continue?
Yeah, kind of.
All right. This is Revelations chapter 14 and 8. It says, and there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she had made all nations drink of her wine, of the wrath of her fornication.
That's right, and that's one of the lyrics. America is going to be destroyed. All right, Esau is going to be taken out of power. Okay, these are the nations. All right, the Most High that sitteth in the heavens. He's going to laugh at them, man. He's going to mock them, and we're going to mock them with the Most High through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and get the victory over the beast in his image by not taking that charagma, man. All right, let me get this real quick. This is Jeremiah 51:7, and it reads, you got it. Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad.
That's right. So the nations are mad, man, because what they drunk of the wine, the philosophy of America. They took on their customs and some of their little ways, which are wicked, and they brought them home with them. All right. And then what it did, it broke their homes, it broke their structure, their foundations of what they believe in. All right. That's that wine. That's what that wine does, man. All right. And as that brother said, brother, the scripture is what you end up throwing it up, man, because it ain't no good for you. All right.
Yep. And they're gonna get that grievous sword if they take the charagma, man. Yep. It says, okay, you can go back out.
All right. Revelations 14. All right, and 9. And it says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive the stamp in his forehead or in his hand.
That's right, man. And that's another one of the lyrics, man. All right? If you take the charagma, this is what's going to happen, what the brother's about to read. All right? If you insert this inside of your body, you're going to make a covenant with death, man. All right? And you're going to have an agreement with hell.
Yeah.
You want to say something? You got to go.
Yeah, because ultimately what's going to happen is Esau is going to, these inflations and these different pestilence and different things, he's going to put that pressure on you, man.
Yes.
Right? He's going to put that pressure on you, and he's going to make you question the Lord, man, of your faith, man.
Yep, your faith will be tried, man.
He's going to pressure you on your faith. All right, so when these things present themselves, all right, to everybody, all right, you're going to have to make a decision. What you're going to do, you're going to get it or you're not going to get it. Are you going to wait for the Lord and have faith that he'll be able to sustain you for however period long that this goes for? All right?
That's right.
What are you going to do?
Yeah, and that's a beautiful point, because if you're not singing this lyric in the Lord's song, you're not of the elect, man. If you're not teaching to this and pushing this, all right, that if you take the charagma, you're going to be cast in the lake of fire, you're not of the elect, man. You're not of the 144,000, man. Yeah, because this chapter is going into the 144,000 and what they're doing on the planet Earth today, man. So if you're not singing this song, singing those lyrics, you're not of the elect. You got it, brother.
Yeah, you're not of the elect, man, because you're not warning them, man. You're not telling them. You're not telling them that a sword is coming, man. That's why the scriptures say, I've set watchmen up. That's what the job of a watchman is to do, man. They sit on the high towers. Even whenever you go, even into these prison systems, man, what they have, watchtowers. So anybody try to escape, they're able to see. All right.
And what they do when some possible danger get on the horizon,
right? They
sound that alarm. You hear something going on. Okay, either somebody tried to get out, somebody trying to intrude.
Right.
You got it, brother.
Yeah. So that's basically what the job of a watchman is, man. To tell them of the danger, man, because you at the vantage point. The Lord gave you the advantage. He gave you the eyes to see and the ears to hear. So you're supposed to tell them.
Right.
All right.
I got you a quick one. This is 1 Corinthians 14:8. For if the trumpet give an uncertain sound, who shall prepare himself to the battle?
Right. That's right. So, like in war, you have what? You have war drums. Like sounds of war, man. There's a particular type of sound of war, and there's a particular sound of music and joy that people sing to.
It says the vibration of what's going on.
Exactly, huh?
All right.
And you see, it brings that vibration of, okay, we in calm and pleasant times. But if blowing that trumpet or singing that song, a vibration of everything is gonna be all right, if you're not getting nobody prepared for it,
how they gonna save their souls?
Yeah, they're gonna be into the folly. They're gonna be dancing along to the tune.
When missiles about to drop.
Yeah.
They're gonna be feasting, which the scriptures say, as in the days of Noah. They were given into marrying and giving to marriage, drinking, eating. Till the flood came and just did what? Took them away.
Yeah, and those missiles are likened into arrows too, huh?
Yeah, brother.
Remember, like back in 300,
right.
when they would shoot those arrows up in the air and it would come down.
Bro. And hit his mark.
Hit his mark,
That's
bro.
Yep.
That's how it's gonna hit people in that day, man.
That's right. You got a little bit more. It says, so likewise ye, except ye utter by the tongue words easy to be understood, playing upon the tables, how shall it be known what is spoken? For ye shall speak into the air. Man. So if you're not making it clear what's going on, weighing the times, like we go into geopolitics, we weigh the scriptures, we filter it out through the scriptures with secular history, geopolitics, current events, and we tell you the times that we're in. We say, hey, this is happening in the earth right now. According to prophecy, we know any moment Esau could implement this charagma fully, man. Right. That's what we tell the people. We make it clear, man, playing upon the tables. Because if you're giving out a sound, like the brother made a beautiful point, if that trumpet is sounding, it's putting people in the spirit of, hey, man, let's go out and just not prepare, all right? They're going to get swept away. Swept by what? Those nuclear missiles, man. So the Lord requires us to come out and preach sound doctrine, man. All right? That's why I say, in their mouth shall be found no guile, man. We're going to have that sound doctrine, that new song. And it's going to be clear to the people what's going on. To those that can hear it, that receive it, the lost sheep. That's why we say we're only here for the elect. But you got it, brother.
It says, okay, this is Revelation chapter 14 and 10. It says, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb.
That's right, man.
Hey. So, hey,
you got it.
God.
I got you one too.
Yeah, I was thinking about you too.
I got you one right quick. This is Zechariah 14 and 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord Yahweh will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
That's right. They're speaking about those ICBM missiles, man. When they touch down, all right, when you watch that movie, we always refer to it, okay? When Sarah Connor, when she was in that park, and she seen that bomb go off, and she was holding on to that fence, all right? And then what happened? Her flesh was burning away on
Terminator style.
Yeah, and that wave ultimately came over and blew it all off of her, man.
You
know? So yeah, that's those ICBM missiles, and it says the indignation of the Lord. That makes me think about where it says that the earth shall roll to and fro like a drunkard.
Yep.
Yeah, because that's the indignation of the Lord, man. All right, the righteous anger of the Lord.
I got you quickly. This is 2nd Ezra 16. I'm gonna start at 7. He's talking about those arrows, right? It says, may one turn again the arrow that is shot out of a strong archer. The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? Because you made a beautiful point. Once those arrows are shot, it's going to be no more, hey, well, we can take this charagma out of us, or we can just go back and just reverse the times. Nah, man, once the Lord sanctions and those 4 winds, all right, or stop being held back, the Lord is going to destroy this place, man. There's nothing you can do about it, man. That's a sin unto death, man. There's no coming back for that, man. So why would you not warn the people about that, man? You want them to save their soul. Shalom, Makim Yahba Shemiyah Shabrakatham. Shalom, Kwam Yashala. But it says, may one turn again the arrow that is shot out of a strong archer. The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away?
Yeah.
A fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that can make quench it? He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence.
Isn't that what the Lord doing right now in the world? He's threatening in the world by having his prophets out in the highways and the byways, telling them that this destruction is going to come, all these different things are going to happen.
He's sending threats. The Lord sending threats,
He's
man.
sending threats to you and telling you. And then on top of that, what it says, beaten into powder, ain't that going to be the missiles? Yeah. That's hand.
That's the result of the threat coming to pass.
Yeah, that's right.
All those threats. Did you get that word threatening? Just threatening or threaten. Because that's the result of those threats coming to pass. The Lord is not just going to threaten forever. All right? A threat turns into, okay, I'm saying it, then it comes to pass, that's my promise. Okay? No, this ain't no threat, this is a promise. That's a saying in the world, right? This ain't no threat, this is a promise. It's going to turn from the Lord is going to be threatening with these plagues, and then they're going to come to pass, man. All right?
All right, it says threat, a state. It says states one intention.
Read to the camera.
It says state one intention to take hostile action against someone in retribution for something done or not done.
One more time.
It says states one's intention to take hostile action against someone in retribution for something done or not done.
Man.
Yeah, man. And the scriptures say, man, it says threaten to powder, man. The scripture says that the elements shall melt with fervent heat. We are made up of elements of the earth. All right? We are made up of elements of the earth. So what you think is going to do for you? Beat you to powder. Literally.
Yeah, man.
God.
And then we see these type of things in the earth.
Yeah.
We see how the Lord has made the thing known as what? Spontaneous combustion. Just no known external source, but you just burst in the fire. Right, so the Lord could do that. He for certainly could beat you to powder, man. Disintegrate you. Yeah. You got it, brother.
All right. This is verse 11. This is Revelation chapter 14 and 11. And the smoke of his torment ascended up forever and ever, and they had no rest day nor night. Who worship the beast and his image, whosoever receiveth the charagma of his name.
That's right, man. No rest, no day and night. You're going to be exterminated in that lake of fire, man. This is Psalm 75 and 8. For in the hand of the Lord there is a cup, and the wine is red. We brought that out earlier, that Red Sea, and ultimately that red is describing that violence, man, that nuclear fire, that indignation that the Lord is coming back with, man. All right, to destroy this place and judge the earth. It says, the wine is red, it is full of mixture, and he poured out of the same. But the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink them. The dregs, man. So the wicked of the earth is gonna get everything, man. All right, the Lord is gonna show out, man. You're gonna be hit with that nuclear fire, as well as that concentrated heat, those laser beams coming off of the chariots, man. That father shit, you got it.
Yeah, the dregs are pretty much the most greediest part of the drink, man.
Yeah.
You know, so you drinking up the dredges, man. Like, you ever watch Fear Factor, right? You ever watch?
Drink it all.
They make you drink that cup.
No, some more. They like some more. Get it all.
Yeah. And at the very bottom of that cup is the most. At the very bottom of that cup is the most worst part, man. You know?
Bro.
Yeah. God.
And the Lord got a concoction for you, heathen, man. Yeah. You got it, brother.
All right. This is Revelation chapter 14 and 12, and it says, "Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep."
Could you read the letter in 11 again?
Okay, come on. All right. This is Revelation chapter 14 and 11. It says, "And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they had no rest day or night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever received the charagma of his name."
And that type of judgment, why would you not want to warn the people about that, man? Why would you want that? Why, if you're a man of the Lord, if you're a watchman, why would you want the nation of Israel, our people, to go through something like that, man? Why would you want to warn them? Why would you want to be a good steward of the Lord, man? To tell the people, hey, man, don't take this. You know these riches of this world, they're temporary, man. All right? Whatever you could get off YouTube profits, all right? LLCs, all right? What's some of the other ones? 501c3s, your nonprofit organizations. That's filthy lucre, man. Your salvation and your eternal worth in the Lord is forever, man.
Yes.
You got it, brother.
That's why the scriptures tell us, man, that what? Store up not your treasures in heaven, but where moth and rust does corrupt, where thieves come in and choose to steal, man. All right? So why are you trying to store up anything in this place, all right, when it's ultimately going to be destroyed by Yahweh Shemel Shah by way of those nuclear missiles, man? All right? In the kingdom, we ain't going to have to worry about that. We can have our doors open. You know, we have our doors unlocked. Ain't nobody going to come in and steal and try to, you know, take anything that you got, man. You know, so why are you trying to store up riches on this side, man? In this corrupt world. That just shows you the difference between the two, man. It just shows you the difference between the kingdom and this place, man. This place is corrupt, man. The scripture says, thou shalt not steal. But in the kingdom, you ain't got to worry about somebody stealing and coming and taking our riches and, you know, taking us away from our heritage and all that. It's just going to be straight peace, man. All right?
You got it, brother.
All right. Back in Revelation chapter 14 and Revelation chapter 14 and 12, here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep his commandments of Yahweh and the faith of the Mashiach Yahushua.
That's right, man. And the patience of the faith of the saints are in that new song, man. We hoping and we praying that ultimately what? We could be delivered, man.
Yeah.
So we sing these lyrics. All right, we say fear the Lord. We say America is going to be destroyed. All right, we say don't take the charagma, man. All right, and in hopes that in our petitioning unto the Lord, we could be delivered, man.
Right.
We could have that exemption, like the brother was going into earlier, man. That's what we're laboring for, and also, if you're laboring for righteousness, righteousness is gonna show forth out of your works, man. You're gonna teach righteousness. You're not gonna hide anything. You're not gonna conceal anything. That's Esau does that, man.
Right.
Esau is fraudulent. Fraud. When you go into that word fraud, you got it.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, the definition of fraud is the misrepresentation of the truth. So if you misrepresent the truth, you're fraudulent, man. And a lot of you guys out there are doing that, man. The Lord doesn't call for that. You're supposed to be a true watchman of the Lord. You got it, brother.
Not only that, you're not supposed to charge anybody for the truth.
Yeah.
Esau got these Christian centers where people go to study and how to break down the scriptures and different things like that, man. Like, you're not supposed to sell the truth, all right? You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to give it freely to everybody.
That's right.
All right? So that way, what? The world can be on a better vibration, man. All right? But that's why most people don't even want to go to church or go to anything, because it's all about money, man. Trying to milk Jake out of everything that they have, you know.
I got you, one, brother.
All right.
Let's just back you up. Huh? Yeah. Yep. I got you one. This is all right. Psalms 31 and 23. It says, "Oh, love the Lord, love the Lord, all ye his saints, for the Lord preserveth the faithful, and plentifully rewarded the proud doer. Be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart, all ye that hope in the Lord," man. So the Lord is going to preserve us. How is he going to preserve us? By us not partaking in that nuclear fire. But in order to be preserved, you have to come in a certain tune, come in a certain vibration. You have to teach the truth. You have to teach it undefiled, man. And your mouth has to be found no guile, man. You have to be blameless, right? In order to be preserved, because if you're not preserved, then what? You perish. That's the opposite of being preserved, right? Something that is preserved up. The opposite of that is you perishing, right? You got it, brother.
All right. Continue Revelation.
Yep, you got it.
All right. This is Revelation chapter 14 and Revelation 14 and 13. And it says, "And I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, Write, Right. Blessed are the dead which die in the Lord
Right.
from henceforth.
That's right.
Yeah, said the Lord, said the Spirit, that they may rest with their labors and their works do follow them.
That's right. That they may rest from their labors and their works do follow them.
Yeah.
All right. Abba Bibbins, King Mashah.
Yeah.
All right. Other men that have died in the Lord. Key word, died in the Lord. All right. Their works are going to follow them. It tells you in Hebrews 6, the Lord is not unrighteous to forget your labor and love, man. So you have elders, brothers that have transitioned into the spirit world, all right? Their works are going to follow them, man, all right? And the scriptures even tell you, let me get it real quick. This is Daniel chapter 12. Daniel 12, let me see what started at. This is Daniel chapter 12. Verse 1, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. That's right, man.
Yeah.
You got to go speak on it, brother.
One more time, huh?
Daniel 12 and 1, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be written in the book.
Yeah, everyone that's written in the book are the people that are written in the book of life, man, who are destined what? To be saved. Okay? So those who are on earth, the 144,000, whoever they may be, they're going to be called up with Yahweh Shai. All right? And those who died in Yahweh Shai are going to be waiting up in the sky, to be joint heirs, man. We are going to be joint heirs. We're going to be joint with Yahweh Shai, man. All right? And all those who did the work before us. All right?
That's right, brother.
Yep.
I got you a quick one. This is 1 Thessalonians 4 and 16 backing you up. It says, for the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of the Most High. And the dead in Yahushua Mashiach shall rise first.
That's right. So, yeah, man, the dead in Yahushua shall rise first, man. So all those who died in Yahushua, who did the works, and their works did follow them, they're already going to be in the sky with Yahushua when he comes back, man.
That's right.
All right? And we're going to be joined with them when it's our time to be called up, man.
Beautiful.
All right?
That's right. And this is a rapture debunk precept. It says, then we which are alive and remain, the remnant, man. The elect, man.
The ones that didn't get beheaded.
That's right.
Yeah.
It says, then they which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. Wherefore comfort one another with these words. That's heavy,
right,
man.
So we shall forever be with the Lord, man. We're gonna what? We're gonna be with the Lord. We're gonna see. We're gonna partake in helping destroy this place, and then ultimately those missiles gonna come. All right, and we're gonna be up in the sky, man, watching.
Yeah, we're gonna get beamed up, man. Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter. And hey, just backing you up. This back in Daniel chapter 12, verse 2. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. Ooh, man.
Ooh, one more time, man.
Daniel 12 and 2. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt.
That's right. Some to everlasting life, and some to contempt, man. They're going to be the elect, all right? They're going to be ruling with Yahweh Shai for that 1,000-year period. But all those who come through the loins of the elect, they're going to have shame. They're going to be looking back at how their past lives was and how disobedient they was to the Lord.
Beautiful.
And they're going to have shame. They're going to feel bad.
That's right.
That they didn't listen.
That's right, brother. Beautiful. Yeah. Hey, you fire, bro. You go back?
Yeah, we can go back.
All right. You got it.
All right. This is 14.
Yeah, 14.
All right. This is Revelation 14 and 14. And it says, and I looked and behold a white cloud, and upon the cloud one sat like unto the Son of Man, having on his head a golden crown, and in his hand a sharp sickle.
Woo.
Yeah,
That's right, man. It tells you in Revelation the 6th chapter, that white horse,
yeah, the
all
golden
right,
crown.
with that bow, okay?
Okay.
It says, this is Daniel's chapter 7, verse 13. I saw in the night visions, and behold, one like the Son of Man. Who's the Son of Man? Yahushua. It says, came with the clouds of heaven, that fathership, the chariots, the angels, all right? The host of the heavens. That's where Yahushua is coming back with, man. Yahushua is coming back with the host of heavens, as it is written, all right? The angels of the Lord are thousands upon thousands. Even in Sinai, the Lord himself is among them, man. Roughly paraphrasing, all right? So the host of angels, man, the Lord of Sabaoth. It says, I saw in the night visions, and behold, one like the Son of Man came with the clouds of heaven and came to the Ancient of Days. Who's the Ancient of Days? Yahweh, man. And they brought him near before him. And there was given him dominion and glory and a kingdom, that all people, nations, and languages, woo, here you go again, people, nations, and language, we went to that kindred, should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed, man. All right? And that's the kingdom of heaven, man. As it is written, Daniel, the 2nd chapter, the kingdom shall not be left to other people, man. All right? And break in pieces all the others, man. Okay? That's Yahweh Ba, Shem Yahushai, the holy angels, and the elect, man. Okay? You got it, brother. You go ahead.
Yeah, he was going to Yahushua, right?
Right, right.
All right, this is Revelation chapter 6, verse 1. And I saw then the Lamb open one of the seals, and I heard and I saw it in the noise of thunder and of the four beasts saying, Come and see. And I saw and behold a white horse, being Yahushua, and he sat on him, and he had a gold, and a crown was given unto him, and he was sent forth conquering and to conquer. So that's what the Lord's gonna do when he get back, man. He's gonna conquer the whole earth, man. He's gonna put his rule and his dominion and his order within the world, man. All right.
That's right, brother. It's in the name, like they say. What? It's in the name. It's in the name.
Right.
It's in the name, deliverer, man. And that's exactly what Yahushua is gonna do. You got it, brother. 15.
This is second Exodus. This is Revelations chapter 14 and 15. And another angel came out of the temple, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, thrust and thy sickle and reap, for the time is come for thee to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe.
That's right. The harvest of the harvest. That's beautiful, brother. Say it again.
That's Esau.
That's right, brother. Because when you go into this, it's Matthew the 13th chapter. The enemy that sowed those tares, all right, was Esau Edom, man. All right. They know when it's going to get into the angels, the reapers, man, because the angels are going to be assisting Yahushua, man, in destroying this place. But as it is written in Isaiah the 63rd chapter, all right, Yahushua is going to try that wine press alone, man. So he's going to get the glory, but the holy host of heaven, all right, as it goes into that word Sabaoth, the Lord of Sabaoth, the armies of the heavens, man, they're going to be with Yahushua, and he's the chief of commander, all right? It says, Matthew 13 and 39, Yahushua speaking. It says, I'm going to start at 37. He answered and said unto them, He that soweth the good seed is the Son of Man. The field is the world. The good seed are the children of the kingdom, but the tares are the children of the wicked one. The enemy that sowed them is the devil. The harvest is the end of the world, and the reapers are the angels. Yep. And it's going to say the last verse, as therefore the tares are gathered and burned in the fire. What's that fire, man? That nuclear fire, man. So shall it be in the end of this world. You got it, brother.
That's right. So the fruit that is ripe for picking is Esau, man. Like the scriptures say that what Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it, their followers.
That's right.
So that's what Yahushua is coming to do, to pick those fruit, all right, which is Esau, of the truth, man, all right, and what? Bring up new fruit, man, basically the kingdom, man, all right?
With that fire, man, cleanse them out,
yeah.
all right? You got it, brother.
All right.
It's sickle, like it said, we're going to get that word. We're gonna get that because that goes also into the nuclear fire, man. All right, from these nuclear missiles, these ICBMs, because even you got Russia. All right, they got a ICBM which is called the sickle, the actual sickle, man. And the brother gonna get that, but you got it. All right, you go ahead. Let me get that. Yeah, just get it. Just type in Russian ICBM. On Google, just type in Russian ICBM sickle. I just read it again, Akim. It's Revelation 14:5-15, Salaki. And another angel came out of the temple, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, him that sat in the cloud being Yahushua, that cloud being a chariot. All right, it says, thrust in thy sickle and reap, for the time has come for thee to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe. And when something is ripe, that means it's ready to be picked, like the brother was going into, man. It's ripened, and this place is being ripened for destruction, man. All right, you can show the camera, brother. That's it right there.
The sickle right here. Bear with me just for a second. See that? And it looks just like a sickle too, man. All right. As you can see, the ICBM missile. It looked like an icicle. You know, it looked like an icicle, man. It looked like a, you know, if you pick ice with, man. You know, that's what the missiles look like. You know,
Beautiful observation.
Yeah.
Beautiful observation. All right, you can go ahead, man.
This is Revelations chapter 14 and 16. And he that sat on the cloud thrust his sickle on the earth, and the earth was reaped. And another angel came out of the temple, which is in the heavens, he also having a sharp sickle. And another angel came out of the altar, which had the power over fire, and cried with a loud cry to him that had the sharp sickle, saying, Thus in thy sharp sickle, and gather the clusters of the vine of the earth, for her grapes are fully ripe. All right, so basically, basically it's going into like the angels. Different angels have different what you want to say, like jobs, man. And like this angel's specific job is the nuclear destruction, man. That sickle, that ICBM missile. Yep. Because you have angels that are gonna, you know, that's gonna be control over the beast in that time of Jacob's trouble. Then you have angels that are created for vengeance, which are gonna, you know, the spirit is gonna, the angel gonna put the spirit on them.
You got Michael the archangel.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
You got 4 archangels: Michael, all right, Gabriel, Raphael, Uriel.
Right.
They all have assignments, but you also have we have our own personal angels. Yeah. All right, you got angels that, like the brother said, different tasks. Man. It goes into messengers. Yeah. I got one for you. It's the 2nd Esdras 9 going into that grape, right? Yeah. 2nd Esdras 9:20. So I considered the world, and behold, there was a peril because of the devices that will come into it. That main device being the charagma, man. All right, that's why America is going to be destroyed, because Esau he's trying to make the men of the Lord in his image, man. So ultimately, he's got to be destroyed, man. And I saw and spared it greatly, and have kept me a grape of the cluster, and a plant of great people. Let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept, and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect. Man. And that's the elect, man. The Lord is going to spare us from that nuclear fire, man. The Lord is going to keep us and preserve us, man, in these times. All right? And he's going to destroy and cleanse this place with those ICBM nuclear missiles. You got it, brother. Go ahead.
All right, this is Revelation chapter 14 and 19. And the angel thrust in his sickle into the earth, and gathered the vine of the earth, and cast it into the great winepress of the wrath of the Lord. That's the winepress. That, you know what
Yeah, I got you. This is right. To get quoted it earlier. This is Isaiah 63:1. Who is this that cometh from Edom, with dyed garments from Basra? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. Woo. That chariot, man, that fathership, that's the greatness of the Lord's strength, man. That's how the Lord traveled, man. Oh, man. It says, traveling in the greatness of his strength, I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel? Meaning, why are your garments red? And thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fag. I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garment, and I will stain all my raiment. Man.
That's hand in hand, bro. That's hand in hand.
Yep, that's right, brother. Last one. For the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. And Lord willing, this is the hopeful year that all the prophecies come to pass, man. All right, you got it, dude.
All right, this is Revelation chapter 14 and 20. And the winepress was trodden without the city, and the blood came out of the winepress, even unto the horse's bridle, by the space of 1,600 furlongs.
Ooh, and when you go into that, all right, it's basically 607 feet times 1,600, which is 1,600, which goes into like 184, 185 miles.
Okay.
And the scripture says what? Blood. Matter of fact, get the Good News, Good Living translation of Revelation 14 and 20. It's gonna go into it's the Good News. Just type in Good News translation. 144. Just type in Good News translation, and we just saw it because it just turned 442. Good News translation, Revelation 14 and 20, because it goes into like 184 miles, man. Just an example of the mass death, man, the mass violence, man, that blood, man, up to the horse's bridle. I'm gonna read it again. This is Revelation 14 and 20. All right, it says, and the winepress was trodden without the city, and blood came out of the winepress, even unto the horse bridles, by the space of 1,600 furlongs. I'm gonna just get this real quick. All right, you got it. Go ahead, brother.
All right, this is Revelation chapter 14 and 20 in the Good News translation.
That's heavy.
It says the grapes were squeezed out in the winepress outside the city, and the blood came out of the winepress in a flood 200 miles long and about 5 feet deep.
200 miles long and about 5 feet deep. Could you read it one more time, Mark?
All right, this is Revelation chapter 14 and 20. The grapes were squeezed out of the winepress outside the city, and the blood came out of the winepress in a flood 200 miles long and 500 feet deep.
No.
Oh, Shalaki.
Read it one more time over again for him, brother.
This is Revelation chapter 14 and 20. The grapes were squeezed out of the winepress outside the city, and the blood came out of the winepress in a flood 200 miles long and about 5 feet deep. 200
miles long and 5 feet deep. A flood. All right, just backing you up. Ezekiel 39 and 18, it says, ye shall eat the flesh of the mighty and drink the blood of the princes of the earth. Woo, these other nations. All right, that's going to be their blood, man. All right, because it's a lot of them. All right, they're militaries, man. All right, in their arsenal, it says, and drink the blood of the princes of the earth, of rams, of lambs, and of goats, of bullocks, and of them fatlings of Bashan. And ye shall eat fat till ye be full, and drink blood till ye be drunken of my sacrifice, which I have sacrificed for you. Thus ye shall be filled at my table with horses and chariots, with mighty men, and with all men of war.
Hey, that's
said
not,
the Lord.
Yeah, that's not talking about we
gonna.
No. That's not talking about we gonna drink blood. That's talking about we gonna issue the blood out.
Yeah,
them,
brother.
Man. we gonna be
spill blood.
Them. Yeah, God, we gonna be thrashing them, man.
That's right.
I got a precept. This is Numbers 35 and 33. It says,
beautiful.
So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for the blood defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. So that's how this place is going to be cleansed, is by the blood of him that shed it, which is Esau, and mixed around with these other nations as well, because this is a mixing pot. You know, America is a mixing pot of different nations and different people. So the blood of not only Esau but these other nations, because what? They licked the wounds of the Israelites. You know, Lazarus and the rich man, you know. So they licked the wounds off of the Israelites, and they're gonna be, you know, they're ultimately gonna, you know, get the judgment too, man, because they're over here profiting off for us. You know, they have their stores in our ghettos and our poor neighborhoods and impoverished areas. So they're gonna get it just as well as Esau, man. All right.
Ooh, I got you. This is Isaiah 65 and 12, just backing the brother up. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. Yeah, you finna take this charagma. That's evil in front of the Lord's eyes, man. That's the greatest evil, man. And you're gonna be cast in the lake of fire for it. But it says, when I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that wherein I did not delight. Wherefore, thus far shall the Lord power behold. What's the lock here? Let me see. Oh, here it is. Here it is. I'm going to read it again. Isaiah 65 and 12. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did choose where I delighted not. Therefore thus said the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. And here's the point. Behold, my servant shall sing, that new song, that the Lord has destroyed Egypt, all right, thrown his horse and the rider in the sea, all right, and delivered us out of America, out of the grips of this oppressor. And these are nations standing afar off, trying to come and get us after Esau, man. But it says, behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit, weeping, mourning, and gnashing of teeth, man, in that lake of fire. All right? Hey, Lord willing, this message has been edified through the Spirit, and in their mouth shall be found no guile. We want to give infinite honors and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. All right? Double honors to our teachers, the apostles, and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and are worthy of their double honors. Peace and blessing to you, Akim, pushing out this truth across the four corners during these last seconds of time. Kwame Yashala, Bob, Shalom. Until next time, Akim, Shalom.